Justice Julius Ihonvbere, representing the good people of Owa Federal Constituency, Edo State. Let me express my sentiments and support for the movers of this motion and those who have spoken before me. But there's just one issue I thought we would learn some lessons from that has happened in South Africa. If we reflect, for those who understand the history of South Africa, who know the place of Mkoto Wesizwe, the spear of the nation, the fighting arm of the ANC, and the role that African leaders played to groom the leaders of the ANC, apartheid finally ended, and it is amazing that those who led the battle for liberation in South Africa abandoned those who fought with them. Some of those you see attacking Nigerians now are products of the army of people in the rural areas, which are still there the way they were under apartheid. Many are still there untouched, with black people living there. Many of those you see are those who become thoroughly confused, traumatized, hopeless, and are looking for victims. But the real victims are far from them. They're in Pretoria, Cape Town, Johannesburg, in places where you can't reach them. And the first thing to do is pick the immediate person you see and create some kind of conspiracy to. Unfortunately, Nigerians are amongst those who are the victims of that misguided adventure and unleashing of violence. I support everything the federal government has done so far, and I thank you for recognizing the efforts of Julius Malema in the struggle to re-educate South Africans that Nigerians that they are fighting are not the ones taking their jobs. They go there to set up businesses. They are not applying for government jobs. Having said that, I want to support Honorable Bamidele and Honorable Luke that the issues we're addressing here, we're looking at the superstructural dimension of the problem. We are looking at the effects of bad governance, of criminal corruption, of mismanagement, abuse of office, misplacement of priorities, budgeting discipline, political rascality at home. Situations that will not make young people escape into South Africa, tear their passports, and no longer have traveling papers. Situations that make people believe that government here cares for no one except those who are privileged. I believe that the solution is exactly what we are doing, but more importantly, it is not just the federal. Everyone that is returning does not come from a state, they come from a local government. So we need to mobilize support, ideas, and resources from the local council level to support those that are returning, but also try to improve growth and development at home. Make our home habitable, create jobs, provide security, provide infrastructure. These things are not that difficult. They are not impossible. If it's done in South Africa, they're done in Zimbabwe, Ghana is doing it. Go and look at what Ghana is doing. There was a time in Ghana a professor could not afford a loaf of bread. But today, so what is it that is wrong with us here that we cannot make our environment here, our own country, livable, attractive, stable, habitable at all times for our young people? I represent a people where we have almost 90% graduate unemployment. In spite of what is going on now, there are many who have called me, some people are returning from South Africa, it means there is vacancy. Can we go? And I try to educate them. So when you send people to school, they come and they are roaming the streets. What do? They smoke Indian hemp, they join cults, they do all kinds of things. So I believe, sir, Mr. Speaker, that there is a lot that we still need to do. As we see the images of pain, of devastation, we must also remember that it is not too far from home within Nigeria. There is an army of hungry, angry, disillusioned young men and women produced by this system who can do to us, even those of us sitting here, exactly the same thing that those hungry and angry young men are doing to Nigerians, Gabonese, and other Africans. I pray that policies we take here will be holistic enough, strong enough to resolve the problem with South Africa diplomatically, but more importantly, lay the foundations for a whole new platform to growth and development for our people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.